Hi there, Dylan Active. Welcome in. I'm getting everything all set up here. Okay, so last time we had left off right after getting one of these geoglyphs. I had needed to get up to one of the sky islands. Oops. I can just position my microphone a little bit better. There we go. But yeah, I needed to get back over to Typhlo Ruins to take care of getting a few items. I forget what stuff there was at this one that I needed. I think it was the steering sticks, maybe. So now I have this one marked off, and that seems to be one of the only ones that I consider as sort of one of my staples. So that's got to be the one. But then after that, we'll be able to use the altitude from being up in the Sky Islands in order to get back over to the Eldin region to repair my Nadir Blade and a few other bits of gear. Oh, whoops. Don't need to use my, my good bow on that. Always need more charges. Hello, my brother in research. I was waiting for you. You are? That's right. I'm the one who discovered these big ruins way out here. But I wasn't able to make much progress investigating them. Hello, Sunshine. Welcome in. I'm only one Hylian, and this, alas, is not a one Hylian job. That's why I wrote to the Zonai survey team asking them to dispatch a researcher to assist me. And here you are, practically right after I sent my letter. Great response time. What? You're not a Zonai survey team researcher, you're just some guy? I see. So, few people come through here. I assumed you had to be the assistant I asked for. My mistake. After all the trouble I've gone to, can't they send one assistant to help with my monolith research? Monolith research? Oops, did you hear that? Sorry, scrub that from your brain. It's not meant to be public knowledge. If you were from the Zonai survey team, I could tell you all about what I've discovered so far, but you're not, so let me help. I appreciate the offer, but that's really not allowed. Then again, though he may not be a researcher, he does have the look of an adventurer about him. Maybe his expertise will get things back on track. You know what? You're hired. For this project alone, I'm appointing you as my research assistant. Come on, let's find out what secrets these ruins are hiding. Well then, we can dive right in. I'll start by showing you what my research has uncovered so far. Wait there. Woof. Take a look. I think you'll be pretty surprised by this discovery. Yeah, this is the quest for getting the Sword of the Sages. I'll bother with that later. It's at least open now. Mostly just want to take out these guys before heading up. To the sky. I will not assist your research. I've been around Hyrule long enough to know that I will be doing all the work and you're going to take the majority of the credit and continue to call me an assistant. Yeah, if memory serves correctly, that's pretty much how it goes. Like, the guy's real grateful and everything, but nevertheless. That only gets you so far. And of course, the legendary weapons are all fun and stuff, and generally tend to be pretty powerful. But, while I do intend on getting the Sword of the Sages, because it's... Given the fact that it's the one from Twilight Princess, where they tried to seal Ganondorf away and failed, there's something kind of fitting about using it to kick his butt in the final fight. But you do need to deliver the final blow with the Master Sword still. The whole thing by yourself. As my assistant, do the whole thing by yourself while I stand here looking like an asshat. I don't mind doing the work, it's part of the adventure, but it is always funny the way that the NPCs themselves don't tend to get very involved in the process. It's like, you could do something to contribute. It's not like it would be all that hard to program in just like a little bit of involvement from the NPCs. I don't know. It is something that's always kind of struck me as silly, like, for instance, in... what is it? Animal Crossing, for instance, how your villagers won't contribute at all towards various civic projects. And it's like, come on, guys. You can put in at least a little something, just make it so that, you know, like once a week or whatever, you know, it creeps a little bit forward. But nope. Not a single red cent. Steering sticks have got to be one of the most essential pieces of equipment, I swear. That, and then one of the other big things that I'm gonna need is just batteries. So many batteries. Because all of these homing carts that I'm getting, they're great and all that, but they're kind of useless if I've only got the one battery. And so being able to, like, throw a couple onto those constructs will help out a lot. Because even with a fairly energy-efficient build, attack drones are still pretty power-intensive. They could at least walk around looking like they're doing something. Yeah, see, exactly. Like, at least make it look like you're doing something, even if you're not. 27? Nowhere near enough. Need more than that. All these useless lights, though. Ugh. There's just no point to them. $35, a little bit better. I think one more arm load ought to be good. No! Ah! Tula, no! Yeah, because, like, basically everything needs Oh, that's right. This one's the battery one. Was actually the spot that I needed to go to. Oh well, I just put a whole bunch of charges in for the wrong one, but I still got a bunch of stuff that I needed. Just also a whole bunch of useless lights. Well, I'll go take this guy out. And that ought to help. Oh yeah, this is only a construct 1. Easy. Haha. Anything that I want to stick to that? I mean, I could always put it on there. Yeah. That'll do. That guy went down without effort. Yeah, I've got enough powerful weapons at this point that it's pretty straightforward taking down even the level 3 examples, let alone the level 1 ones. Kind of an awkward way to put that, but... the words escape me at the moment. Probably just one rocket ought to be fine here. Or even a fan. Or 2. Bonk. That'll get me close enough. And these blocks, if you auto-build them, they cost a whopping 200 zonite. But they are especially nice. Like, it's really easy to make pretty terrifying weapons out of these things with construct heads on the underside. Going to the bookstore, so I'll kind of be lurking. Fantastic. I'm glad that you'll be able to. I know you were pretty excited about the idea of that. Oh, no worries. We'll be mostly running a bunch of chores today, even though, of course, just with the nature of this game, it'll also involve an awful lot of getting sidetracked by various mini-adventures. But that's just kind of how these things go. Mostly I'm just trying to get a whole bunch of parts. Now, I know these usually have fairies around them. I guess the question is, how many do I have in my inventory? Oh, 3. So yeah, they're not going to show up. All right now. And we need lots of batteries. Ooh, boy. Yeah. Went from 1 battery up to 22. That is a big help. Because, yeah, I want to be able to use my battle construct build a lot more. It's just I'm gonna need to have batteries on it. There's a particular cart design that I really like that's nice and part efficient. And the way that it functions, in fact, I've got it... I'm not sure if this is exactly the build that I want it to be. I might have to make some tweaks to it. But, no, that looks pretty much exactly like how I normally build it. So this little fella right here has a beam emitter on the front with a frost emitter above that. And then you just put a construct head on the cart upside down. Now, the interesting thing about construct heads that was discovered through some painstaking research by the engineering community is that they don't aim from the eye. They actually aim from the ball swivel of the head. And you can use that as a method of creating pulsing lasers by making it so that you make use of, typically, 2 construct heads, one of them upright for active aiming, and then the other one upside down at a tilt or directly in line with the head with some very tricky, precise angling. In order to make it so that the one head pulls the other head off target repeatedly, and that causes it to lose track of its target. It then ends up pulling itself back on target and then firing again. And so you can end up with rapid pulsing lasers. The lasers themselves actually do more damage with their initial hit. Whoops, didn't mean to use that. They do more damage with their initial hit than they do with sustained contact with the enemy. And so what works out with the pulsing setups is essentially you are repeatedly getting that initial hit over and over again, and then it also is using less battery. Now, I was the one to discover that you could create a similar pulsing effect on a cart by simply putting a head upside down on the cart itself, and it pulses the entire cart. That does mean that target acquisition is a little bit trickier. You have to kind of manage its vision cone by deliberately running enemies in front of it in order for it to actually... Oh, there we go. In order to actually acquire the target. But once locked on, then it usually tracks them pretty well. And the entire cart will just turn on and off and on and off, which, like I had mentioned, really conserves battery quite nicely, but then it also gives you a pulsing effect out of not only the beam emitter, but also the frost emitter, so you're saving battery on that as well. It doesn't move as much, but it will pivot quite a lot still. So, especially when you're trying to minimize parts, that works out nicely. But then also what I'll sometimes do is I'll put a pulsing head combo that can freely aim rather than being a fixed head on the backside of it, so that it's able to acquire targets from both directions. And one of the problems you can sometimes end up in with the homing carts is that they'll be locked onto a particular enemy in such a way where, like, the cart essentially always wants to be physically bumping into whatever target it has acquired, and that can make the distance for the pulsing lasers sometimes get screwed up a little bit. People who are really into optimizing their laser builds will spend a huge amount of time using various advanced construction methods like gravity pressing and stuff like that in order to get precise angles, because I think it's something around like 11 degrees is kind of the ideal angle to have between inline-mounted heads for creating a pulsing laser effect for most circumstances. It basically makes it so that the optimum distance for the pulsing effect is any distance, because it puts the two swivel balls on them directly in line with one another. So regardless of the distance that you're at, it's going to work well. Whereas other simpler to throw together configurations have the drawback of really only pulsing well when they're in a certain distance. There's one that's referred to as a taco pulsar, where you throw basically an upright head directly with a upside down tilted downwards, I believe, head on the side of it, and then you attach all of your weapons to that secondary one. And that particular build does very nicely for a lot of vehicles, because the distance at which it pulses just so happens to be pretty much the range. Pretty much the range that you're usually. Come on, that you're usually going to be at away from an enemy when using a vehicle. There we go. But if you are substantially closer or more distant from your target, then it may not pulse well. It'll just continuously fire like it normally would. But it's so much easier to throw together compared to the small angle pulsing lasers that, for most players, like, unless you are a turbo nerd about it, you're not going to want to go through the whole process that you have to in order to build a truly optimized rig. Most people in the community have really been focused on it mostly as a prestige thing more than anything else, just because it is kind of... Oops. It is kind of just such a pain in the butt to get one really well put together. It's sort of like the way that putting together a really well optimized hover bike or goblin glider flying machine can be so tricky to to end up putting together in a way that is balanced, because there's no snap points in order to guide that process. Oof. There we go. But yeah, it's something where the simple ones, honestly, are good enough under most circumstances, and that's really what I prefer to end up using. You know what, I'm gonna... I don't think that I had a cobble crusher just yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and bust this one. Specifically so that pristine ones will at least have some chance of showing up in the depths. Then if I find a second one, then I can actually use it as a smasher. Oops. Come on. Break already. Go figure, these things have relatively high durability even in their corroded form. There we go. Oh. Korok puzzle? Korok puzzle. These parts, once they actually get used up, they are then unobtainable, but they get used for all sorts of builds by a lot of folks. In particular, people who like building mechs of various sorts. Nice. Topaz and a ruby. Actually, while I'm in this whole area, I should probably have my compendium set to rare ore deposits. Just because there's so many of them. Yeah. See, I wouldn't have noticed that one if it weren't for that. They're finally using up some of those shields. Ooh. Huh. I wish it would let you actually just, actually throw those. But, oh well. I can do that also. It's fine. Ah. Ooh, diamond. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Boink. What's this? Oh. Time bombs. Nice. Ooh. These guys I can mostly just use. This silly thing on them. Bonk. Blood moon, blood moon. And here they all are again. Ow. Yeah. Yeah, see, there's another Cobble Crusher. I can probably drop that one. Use this one instead. Because I have used that one a bunch. So, first things first, I think there was some... Okay. It wasn't cooked food. So... I should... have a meal, probably. Or 5. Actually, those guys... I think there's a Zora that I can trade those to, so I'm not going to use those up. I'll use all these binguses, because I've got plenty of cooking pots now, so if I need to end up... Ah, there we go. I was going to say, if I needed to do multiples, then that would be fine. But looks like I didn't need to. So, good, good. Whoop. Climb up here. And we'll get this deposit. And then... over to here. Yeah. Okay. So we're now on the main stretch, which I should be able to start finding the rock octorods Oh, there's an Addison sign that I hadn't gotten yet. Go take care of this first, though. Make that beeping stop. It's probably behind this rubble. Yep. Nothing but amber, go figure. And some salt. Ah. There we go. And some salt. Good enough. It's fine, I guess. Grab this fire fruit, and then we'll help Addison out. Looks like some sun shrooms. Yeah. Cool, cool. Now, based on these parts... kind of feeling like... Alright. Yeah. Do that. And then that there. Eh. Just trying to see how much of a gap that is. Is that sufficient? I bet it is. But I can probably, yeah, create a diagonal there, and that's going to keep it from twisting. So let's see. Yeah. Nice. I like how I'm still glowing. But as per the rules, gotta eat the food right away. I am not close enough to any place where I would be able to put it up for sale without the food essentially being bad. So, let's see. There's a lot of different methods that you can use for traversing this whole area, but honestly, just the good old fans are kind of the easiest. Bonk. And I'm just going to keep an eye out for any of the rock octoroks, which I can actually probably... There we go. Set that to. Bonk. Arrows? At least a couple. Good enough. Let's switch to that for now. There's a whole bunch of the rock octoroks around this area. And of course, we'll be using them for making repairs. Oh, come on, I forgot to turn tooling off. Dang it. Well. That is regrettably one of them down. Fortunately, there are others. Just take a little bit of a loop in order to actually get all of them. Well, that was silly. And so a fun little trick with these guys, as soon as they get one in their mouth, it is immediately repaired. Ooh, nice. What's the actual buff on that one? Plus 10, nice, that's a maximum. So we kind of lucked out there. I would have preferred it to be a double durability up, but if we're going to get an attack up, then it can range between plus 7 to plus 10, I believe. So getting a plus 10 is the very best. Let's see, which of my other weapons could use a repair? This one has a plus 10, so I'm going to keep, pardon me, using that one until it's all most ready to break. So I don't think there's really any of those that I specifically need. I can probably go ahead and repair this bow, though. And then this one. The Great Eagle bow can be repaired, but you have to fuse it to a repairable weapon, because it counts as one of the legendary weapons, like the amiibo gear weapons. And the thing that's a little bit frustrating with them is that in order to repair them, you have to fuse them to something else first, which means that since normally you would be able to just warp back to Terrytown and have Pellison separate them for you, and then lurk back, or just jump back over to wherever it was that you were at with the fast travel. In this run, we're not doing fast travel of any kind, and that means manually having to hoof it all the way back over. So, not going to be able to do that, unfortunately. But things like... Ugh. things like this fella, however. Are not a problem. And looks like that got a durability up. So nice. And then there should be another one right up here also. Yep. There. And let's see what this one got. It should be its second. Ooh, 5-shot. Nice. So a little bit lower damage per arrow, but now it is up to 5 shots. Boop, boop, boo. Boop, boo. Just while I'm up in this area, which is not too frequent, then just doing the due diligence of making sure that I'm repairing as much as I can while I'm here is just generally a good practice. There's a lot of these guys just all along this whole stretch. Bonk. And that actually takes us all the way back around that loop. So, nice. Let's see, what did I want to toss a repair on? Yeah, not really any bows that need it. Always do that. Woo. +6. Not the best buff that it could get, but it's still an improvement. Okay, so now that that is taken care of, I suppose what'll probably make the most sense is to head for these ones. Okay, that one's springs. And then what's this one? Springs and control sticks? So what's this one then? Oh, maybe wings. I think it's best for wings. So we'll go over to this one, which, yeah. That'll be interesting getting to. Trying to think of the easiest way to get over there. It may just be to jump up here and then come across that way. Probably. So let's see, back to my right. So I'll be going over here. I actually don't need the cold weather pants on anymore, so we'll switch back over to that. Yeah. Oh, Korok. Huh. That was shorter than I was expecting it to be. Hey, Lord Great. Hello, happy weekend. It is indeed. I hope it's been going good for you also. There. That way, right? Yeah, that way. I'll be able to just ride this around a little bit. Until we make the turn, looks like. Yeah, still a little ways to go. Whew. Sorry, pigeon. Yeah, right about here, looks like. And I'm going to just try to head over to the tower. Yeah, I can turn Tulin back on now that I'm done with repairing stuff, so he doesn't, Oh, actually, while I'm here, that looks like that's one of the wells. Nice. And it looks like it's kind of flaming down there, so, yeah, I'll get some armor on. Yep. Just like I thought. Let's see what's in here. Oh, nice. Gobble Crusher attack up +7. That is more useful than the long throw version. So, good enough for me. Oops. I didn't quite clear that jump. Ah! You know what? Fine. Bonk. Bonk. Yeah. And watch it be nothing good in here. Oh, hey, a ruby. I'll take it. I've got more of those than I actually need, but, still handy, because I can always get rid of it. Turn that into rupees. And a few mineral deposits. There. Oh, and another mineral deposit. Ugh. Nothing good. No, I don't think I've actually done this little fortress yet. So perhaps I'll scope it out. Do I need to hit them right in the head? No, they only have 1 HP, just like Keys do. Is it more satisfying? Absolutely. Huh. I guess I gotta find a way into this one. That's kinda interesting. I didn't really see one up near the top, but there must be. Oh, yep. Right here. That'll work. Something smashy. What have I got for a smashy something? That'll do. Bonk. And take out a time bomb. There. Oops. Idiot went and burned himself to death for no good reason. Kapwing. And good old Puff Shroom's beer. take this guy. Got him. I'm not sure what we've got in here for treasures. Let's see. Oh. Okay. Much better than that. Like I said before, I'm not a huge fan of the appearance on those ones, but they are one of the better cases, so may as well. Yeah, I don't need that though. What's over here? Oh. Hello. Okay, I guess that doesn't work. Say, I had heard some sort of a sound, but I wasn't sure what that was. I guess that's what it was. Huh. That one's even more durable. That works. And then get out of here. And over to tower. Now, if memory serves correctly, there we go. There's what is probably now a silver moblin up here, so go ahead and get this out just in anticipation of that, but I think because of the angle that we're coming from, it's not going to be an issue. Yeah. It's distant enough that it won't be a problem. To the sky. Well, now that I'm thinking about it, because we're right over here, I should probably head over to the labyrinth. Let's get over to here, then I can use a spring to jump up. Yeah. And I do just need to throw a quick little something something on the spring to just keep it from despawning. There. And switch to there. No fairies here, because I still need to cook one up. Because I've got 3 in my inventory at the moment, so I may as well actually just pop one of these out. Because more fairies will, oops, not appear. There we go. Until you don't have too many of them in your inventory, and then sure enough, they show up right away. You can see as soon as I let that one out, then the other ones appeared. So technically, I could have just let the thing go, and it would have worked also. Now the waiting process of trying to get the dang thing down low enough that I can grab it. I hate how they do that. I just really wish that they gave us a mask that attracted them to you. You wouldn't have to spend a million years waiting for them to fly low enough. But they're powerful enough that I guess I can understand why they would do it the way that they did. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Come on down. Yeah. Yeah, I had kind of figured that this being a pool in the sky, that it would end up being a fairy location. I don't think I had actually been to this particular spot just yet, though. Because either I just had forgotten to mark it, or I hadn't been here yet. Get down here. Why's it gotta do that to me? Get down here. Ah! It's so close. It's so close, but I can't quite. Even if I jumped right now, wouldn't be enough in order to reach it, and then it would scare it away. And I just gotta be so careful not to make too much noise, or too fast of a movement, or else it's just gonna run away. One of these days it'll get down low enough. They just really needed to give us an easier way in order to get these darn things down. Like, just give us a fairy mask. Oh, thanks for the follow, iMothy32. Or Imothy? I mean, feel free to correct me. Much appreciated. Welcome in, welcome in. close. So close. There it is. Finally. Good lord. What a headache. I'm gonna go ahead and save. So yeah, where was I going up here? Yeah. Can try to head over there, I think. I don't think I've gone... Yeah, I haven't actually gone over there yet. So... suppose I should jump down and take out the construct. Oh, there's actually already one guy right there. Okay, and I haven't done that one yet either. So there's also that. If I go ahead and pull out some firewood here, then I can go ahead and put together one of these handy-dandy little rigs. And use this to bring myself over. Bonk. How handy. Yeah, I guess I'll see where this particular crystal is. I can't get over how creative you are with these. This is awesome. I'm glad to hear you're enjoying it. Coming up with little solutions like that has always just been one of my favorite things, really just in life in general. Like I've mentioned before, I am a knife and tool designer by trade. So it's something that I do in my professional life also. And I just really enjoy optimizing things. So being able to apply that to a game environment is always a lot of fun. I really love the sandbox element to everything. Okay, cool. Got plenty of most of that stuff, so I'm gonna save my charges for the ones that I really need. But yeah, it is a kind of a shame that really there's two, well, really three, I guess, major things that I wish that they had given us for parts. One of them is some kind of a quote-unquote stone wagon wheel. And/or wagon. It would have been cool if there was, you know, like in one of the Zonai shrines or something that involved using one, and they could have just made it unique to that particular shrine. But just making it so that it was stone class would have made it so that we would then have a axle mechanism that wasn't as delicate as the wagon wheels are. Because the wagon wheels are incredibly useful for so many different things by virtue of having an axle running through them that allows you to get rotation out of them. But then the problem is, because they're wood, they're easily broken by accident, and they are also easily caught on fire. So in flaming environments, you have to do things to protect them, like putting various things on them, like yeah, there we go. Like a hydrant, in order to keep them from catching on fire and being destroyed. And there's some very powerful flying machines that people have developed using the shrine propellers and small wheels with a flux construct core 1, this one, in order to generate the thrust that you need in order to get those shrine propellers functioning right. And the thrust that's generated by those is really tremendous. But then you have the weak point in them of that wooden wagon wheel. But then likewise, the wagons themselves are also pretty unique in having a pivoting fork on the front of them, which gives really wonderful control, but then again at the expense of being easily broken or set on fire. And so having a stone version of those would have been nice. I mean, they gave us stone barrels in a bunch of the shrines, which, tell me how much sense do those make? Not very much, right? So they could have gone and made those kinds of devices and had it make just as much sense. But they just never did. So the closest that we can get is the shrine motors, which are not really a one-to-one stand-in. And then the other item that I would have loved to see would have been a... you could call it a Zonai replenisher. Because short-lived items like the wings and the balloons, it would have been really nice if you could just slap a replenisher on it, and what it would do is that when a part of the build was going to despawn normally, instead of it despawning, it would immediately get replaced with one out of your inventory that you have in capsule form. Because then that would have made it so that all of a sudden wings would be much more useful to people during normal playthroughs for a much greater period of time, because you would be able to simply extend your wings by consuming more of them. Most people do not get as much utility out of wings as I do in a game challenge mode like this one. Because the main reason why I use them so much is because of needing to conserve battery. Most people don't have that concern. They're able to just upgrade their in-game battery and be totally fine. Okay. Okay, that's a death. I was going to say, what the heck is that dark X? And it's like, oh, it's just on the layer below. Yeah. I'm going to go over to this, I think. And then end up... Oh, you know what? I bet you there's a Sage's Will under this. Just like there is in some other areas. So I should probably double check that first. Go fling myself over there again. And maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Not bothering with looking it up at the moment. But, oh, yep, there's gotta be. I can see it down there. So, just got to tilt that so I can get over the edge. Yeah. And I think that'll complete another one. But yeah, I think that, you know, just a replenisher would have made it so that you essentially would have late-game versions of wings and other similar devices. And even stuff like anything that's fan-based or wheel-based, those parts still end up despawning after a span of 30 minutes. So just having the ability to get it extended would be nice. There, and I'll just tilt cancel that a little bit in order to get that trajectory fixed up. Yeah, that should do. Oh my god. There went Tulin. Yeesh. Ah. Oops. Ah, come on. It was right there. Fine. That'll work. Let me get up. Fine, I'll just take this guy out the old-fashioned way, I guess. Oops. Or I'll just completely screw up. That works too. Dang it. Well, we got all those fairies for a reason. Oh, God. Man. That is not going well. There we go. Much better. Gosh. Oh my god. You know what? Go ahead and do that. Because once you take hive out, I think, is when it, ends up destabilizing. There we go. Yeah. I'll actually use a more powerful weapon this time. Gosh. That was, not wonderful. Old map time. Huh. Okay. Stop that. And rewind. Up top. Bonk. There we go. Gosh. It only took us 3 fairies to do it. That was not smooth. I normally do better than that, but you know what? Sometimes you just donk up several times in a row, and that is okay. It's all part of resource management. There's no point in having resources if you do not use them, so... Good enough. Suppose... Probably... Let's take these. Do that, and then I'm pretty sure they intend for me to go up here with those. You can see 4 fans drains things pretty fast. So hopefully that'll be enough batteries. If it isn't, oh well. But I will put the Zonite helm on there in order to just get a little bit of an extension anyway. Bonk. I'll try to navigate a little bit more straight upwards for this bit. Alright. I think that'll do. I'll at least get me over to here. Whee! That did the job. I can take this goofy thing off now. There we go. Oh. Other side. Sky mine. Let's see where that is. All I can say is whatever the next game ends up being, if it doesn't have this kind of engineering system in it, I'm gonna be sad. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I like the fact that they don't really require you to do it under most circumstances. And so people who don't want to make use of it don't have to. But I really like having the option. At least the Ultra Hand ability is just really nice for being able to manipulate stuff in the environment. Okay, that's everything. Good, good. And I don't know, I don't want to ever lose that ability. Woo! That one's a bit more upward than they usually are. Anything good up here? Not really. Not on this one, it looks like. So I can leave that bit for now. This kind of looks like maybe a Korok or something. Or at least something neat. Let's see. Yes. Yes, a Korok. Boop. Oh, nice, a hardy radish. Don't mind if I do. There are not a lot of those kicking around. It's mostly a whole bunch of Sundelions up here, and I've got plenty of those right now. I am none too concerned on that particular front. Let's see. Spin this around here. Woo! Oops. Sorry, bird. Got in the way of my shot. Got some drumsticks, I guess. These blocks actually are, if memory serves correctly, some of the densest objects in the game when fused, which is a little bit funky to think of, but it's basically when you fuse stuff to something like a shield, it causes that object to scale, and when it scales, it keeps the same proportional mass as before. And different objects scale different amounts when fused. And so for certain kinds of builds, people needed to fuse certain objects in order to get them to different sizes or different masses and stuff like that. So people had to figure out, in certain circumstances at least, where the objects were that would create certain proportions. Oh, okay. I think I see what the game wants me to do, but what it's going to want me to do is launch a bunch of those blocks into this, I think. I want to get this low enough that I can actually just move it out of the ding-dang way. Oh. Go down, please. Okay, I guess a fan is insufficient for that. So, fine. That'll do. Just kind of that over here. Now, this line this up. About right? No. A little more. Right about there. I think maybe just a little more. Like that. And let's see where that goes. Almost went in right, but I think it was mostly just it was not at the right angle for it to get a good clean release. So should work now. Oops, I'm a little too far over. Yeah. There we go. Whoa. There. I'm not sure how many of these I'll need in order to depress that switch, so whoops. Ah! I'll just launch a bunch in there. Just to be safe. Because I certainly don't need them here. Whoops. Something got nudged somehow. Maybe. How about you? You gonna go in? Yeah. Something got nudged. Give it some little tippy taps. And fortunately, they gave us plenty of them, but oh, you gotta be kidding me. I think one more ought to do. Can't imagine it'll be many more than that. Well, you know what? I'll give it a shot. As is. I know at least several made it in there. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I guess just one was good enough. That works too. Okay. I guess I'll just have to climb out of here. And then ascend. And then I guess I can try to just kind of glide down into the necessary location. Oops, too low. Woo. Yeah. Okay. I think this is a piece of the Zonai set. But I'm not sure. Yes, Zonite shin guards. Fantastic. I'll just need to find wherever the heck the other one is. Just a little nudge that way. Whee! Okay. Bonk. Just a bunch of luminous stone up here. which I do find interesting. It seems to kind of imply between the Luminous Stone and the Dawn Dawns and their overall behavior, it kind of indicates that Zonite is maybe related in some way, shape, or form to the... Woo! To Zonite, being either a less potent form or something along those lines. Heading home, good to hear, Sunshine. I hope you had a good trip out. Sounds like it was probably pretty fun. And we'll see what this is. Hopefully something decent. Ruby's alright. I can sell it at least. Yeah. It was so much fun. I wanted to buy everything, LOL, but I didn't buy anything. Restraint is an admirable skill. I know it can be tough. So I don't know necessarily if I can get all the way to over there from here. Bet you I can at least get over to here. So if I line that up, then that looks pretty approximate. Okay, I guess I already grabbed the charge out of that guy. Woo! Yeah, I can probably get over to here. And then from there I can get up. And I'm just guessing, but that looks like it's probably another fairy fountain. Pond, whatever you want to call it. My TBR is already so big, I really couldn't justify buying more right now. Yeah. Understandable. I've got a good handful of books that I still need to get through, actually. Meow. Yeah. I like it when they actually fly low like that. Come on. On down. No, not higher. Lower, please. Maybe by the time I get over to this one. Yes, this one's going low. This will make up for that flubbed attempt on, there we go. The, Uzi, what's it? Ooh, nice. Big bunch of batteries there. So, some sort of chest here. Old map. Got plenty of those to go grab. Goodness gracious. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is, because we have one of these cubes here, I can just attach this. Old maps don't even lead you to anything good, if I remember correctly. No, they lead you to all of the amiibo gear that's down in the depths. So, kind of depends on whether or not you are actively using amiibos or not. If you're not, which I'm not, then they are a good thing. Get you fun stuff. Yeah, this'll take a bit in order to get over here. A bit of a trek. It's probably going to use up all of these batteries. But indeed, if that happens, not a big deal. I can just end up throwing a handful of rockets on this in order to gain a whole bunch of elevation. Because the biggest thing that ends up causing these floating platforms to despawn is horizontal movement. So if it starts moving too much to the point where it starts despawning, then I can just go ahead and halt that. But I don't think it'll be too much of an issue. Yeah, most of the way there. Definitely stand to gain a little more altitude, though. So, once this battery runs out, I'm just going to go ahead and stop that. And detach this. And just make sure it goes where it should. I don't want to accidentally hit the flying machine, you know? I may still need it. I don't think that I will, but I might. So I gotta be careful about it. Yeah, see, that gets us high enough. I'll do I think if I just put on the Zonite gear, then that'll be good enough for me to be able to fly over. Oh, okay. Is this still... Did I accidentally stick this on somehow? Or... oh, I see. It's jammed. That's what it is. It was jammed in position. I'm gonna say I didn't think that I had it attached. But I guess I sort of did. So yeah, you can see what a big drain the batteries are. Or the fans, rather. Whee! Low grav. Now, I don't remember what this goes into, whether it's an actual shrine, or if it's just a... Okay, this is a real one, then. It's funny, I don't really remember this one. Not very much, anyway. What are you? What do we got here? Don't really need that. It's worth checking it out anyway. Back that up. Oh. There. Oops. Alright. That, what? No! Thanks for the hydrate and the stretch. That was... I'm gonna load back, because that was stupid. Okay. Big stretch. And a hydrate, thank you. But yeah, I did not mean to throw my weapon into the void. That was a misinput. Ah. And does not meaningfully contribute to the challenge in any way. Lost all my momentum and everything. May as well just start this whole sequence over. It's all so floaty at 0 grav. Woo! It's like a Mario Kart course. Bonk. And then I believe they specifically intend for... First of all, let's clear this out of the way. But I believe that they intend for you to throw a couple of rockets on it. So we'll do that. Whee! Ow! Did I run myself over? You know, I actually went to high school with a guy who managed to drive over his own liver. Forget exactly how it was that he did it. I think it was, he had, like, put things in neutral or something like that, and ended up having something that was, like, in his way, and he tried to, like, hop out in order to move it out of the way, and then the thing just, like, rolled on top of him. He ended up being okay, thank goodness, but, I don't know, it's kind of an accomplishment managing to run over your own liver. Wouldn't recommend it. Seems ill-advised. Yeah, I can't recommend being run over. Yeah, sunshine. This guy got off easier than you did. By yourself or others. Yeah, organs are squishy and stuff. So this was a thing that, like, was so annoying trying to find all of the darn terminals for the first times that I went through this. But then when I realized, oh, you can actually, like, activate the quest marker, and then you can actually see. I was like, oh, I guess that makes things a lot easier. And there's our first one. Updraft? Please? Yeah. Okay, I actually needed to go left back there. Or on the map it looks like right, but relative to my position now. And up and around. Okay, not there. Over here. And then here, here, here. Okay. Where does it show me as... Okay. You can just use a spring in order to get back up. Whoa. Let's, There. I went too far down, and then, There we go. Over here, and then... Up, down... Ah! And over... Here. There. Haha. That's number 2. Okay, so I'll just head back this way. Correct, yes. Okay. Around here. Is this right? Yeah. That'll get me there. Womp. Womp. And there. And then a duck under here, and back up this way. And yeah, back through here. There. Okay, and around this corner. And that. Gets me to the spot. And then just one more to grab, and then we'll be able to dive all the way down to the depths in order to get the final leg of this, and it'll net us one of the pieces of the Phantom armor. Okay, around here. And then... Was that? No. And not that. I need to go back this way. There we go. And around. And down. And... over here. Oh. What are you? You anything good? Big battery. Yeah, that's reasonable. That is decent. Okay, so now that we're back over here, Looks like if I head to my left, that'll be the easiest way to get in. So, around here. And... okay. That... and here... and... around... is that correct? Yeah, I need to get up higher. Okay. Around here. And there it is. Marvelous. That's the last one. Nice. Now it should take me straight up to the top. Woo! And then it's just a matter of running down to the depths and taking out, I believe, a Flux Construct 3 or something like that. And take out one of these. Yeah, it's a 3. Oops. There we go. Actually, you know what? Was it further up here? I bet it was. Or no, it should be under... yes, this. Whee! There. Coffee time, huh, sunshine? I have got a bit of coffee myself. Hum. Yeah. That'll work good. I don't remember if this one is, if this one is the helmet, the armor, or the greaves. But we will find out. Oh, I didn't think that I had a stock set on those. There shouldn't be. Yeah, there shouldn't be a stock level on those. Interesting. There's just a 5-minute cooldown on those. So I would chalk that up to a Twitch error, but thank you for that. I'll go ahead and take a sip of coffee. Okay, so I guess it is the actual armor itself. This armor set gives you stealth up, but the set bonus is bone mastery, if I remember correctly. Boop. Yeah, so there's got to be a shrine around here. And the question is simply where? Where is it at? Now, I think that in order to get back up, I'm going to have to use a balloon rig. Oh, what do we got here? Nice. Lorge and in Shorge. Okay. don't think I really need that. But it's neat that it's here. Okay, so the question is... where's the light route? There's gotta be one. A lot of people like coming down here to these areas because of the way that there is such a large flat surface that it's really good for putting together really precise... oh, there we go. Builds when you need flat ground so that it's not... oh, I didn't notice it was redeemed, lol. Yep, that would do it. But yeah, when you need a nice big flat space, then down here is pretty good. Especially anytime that there's precision involved. Am I facing the right way? Yes, I am. Okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to get out of here. By going back up through. And that'll be interesting, to say the least. Just check and see, though, if there's anything over here. Grab the charge. Nothing really there. And then here it's just the drop down into the middle. But what I can do... probably the easiest thing... is that, and then that, and that. I'm going to try to stick this deliberately a little bit to the outside so that it still functions properly, but when the balloon despawns, it should drop off. Get this all lined up. Ugh, it's not where I want you. Okay, that's close enough. There. And... ugh, that is nowhere near centered. Much better. So, that, And this is actually something where I'm gonna guess probably somewhere around 6 batteries. Will probably make the most sense. Ugh. Oh. There we go. And then slap that here. So, this should work for escaping. If all goes to plan. I think this will fit through. It better, is all I can say. Okay, good. Oh, whoops. You know what? I needed to put a rocket on it. So, put a couple on there just to make it so that, There. So that it'll be centered. There should be fine. And that should be fine. Okay. Try that again. Because otherwise it's just going to take like way too long in order to gain that elevation. Center that real good. There. That's more like it. And I'll put on these for when I start having to use my actual battery. But hopefully 6 will be enough. Worst case scenario, I can just munch charges. And it looks like I might have to. Not too many, I don't think. Oops. Yeah. And Oops. Haha. I'm not going to nap. I find that suspicious. You sure about that, Sunshine? Nice. Okay. It's not spishy, I'm not gonna nap, I'm not. Okay. If you say so. Oh, and now that we're here, I can go get the horse. Over here. Oh, and I needed to get Goron Spice. Dang it. Guess I should go back to the Goron City. But that shouldn't be too tough from here. I don't think. How do I want to do this? I think I'm gonna go ahead and build a flying machine over here. Wing and things and firewood and that. Okay. Yeah. You can see this silly little thing has managed to get us quite a distance. And is only just now getting to the point of the balloons despawning. And I'll still be able to glide at least a little bit. There. So kind of crazy that it's able to get me all the way from over here over to here. Like, that's a pretty decent stretch for something that uses 0 battery. But yeah, I believe the Royal White Stallion is up here. I just gotta find where it's at. If I get up here, that'll probably help. Yep. There he is. There. There, good baby. And yeah, apples. There you go, buddy. Make all these other horses jealous. Not want the last one? Okay, there we go. Get that bond up nice and quick. Ooh. Look out, Fox. Alright. Let's go running down here to the stable. Should be pretty straightforward. That was a beautiful baby, indeed. The Royal White Stallion is usually my favorite horse in the game. But of course, we're going to keep Millie as our go-to for this run. 'Cause I like the idea of doing the cooking challenges in order to max out all of her stats. New horse. Ooh. gonna do take horse, but just to get all of the customizations set up. Yeah, that's the name that I usually use for this one, Sunshine. Change the bridle. Oops, there it is. And change the mane. Flowers. I think she was the one who wanted to see a Lionel-fused weapon. Gold rupee! Heck yeah. But let's see, what is the best way to get up here? It'll probably be to ride the horse over to here, use a rocket to get up to here, and then I should be able to just, you know, run across, essentially, to there in order to pick up the Goron spice. And then I'll be able to head back over to the horse god. Yeah, Millie's actually faster. All set. Alright, and I am going to pause for just a second, because after all those hydrates, I need to make a quick bathroom break. So I'll be right back. Alright. Much better. Yeah, the big thing with the upgrades was sort of a... Looks like I'll need 3 boron spice, in fact. Oh. Hi. Yeah. I think I've got enough for a number of upgrades for a lot of stuff. Let's see. Just run back on over. Oops. That's not where I want to go. Come on, Millie. Wisen up a little. We don't want to go running right over a cliff. At least I don't think we do. There. That's more like it. Yeah, I know I needed to make some apple pies and some other miscellaneous stuff. In order to upgrade both stamina and speed, which are really the things that I am most interested in doing. Why am I going this way? Baffling. Oh. Korok. Gotta get it. And there. Yeah. Millie, how'd you get down here? I don't want you down here. Gotta go over here. Come on, then. Come on. There. Gotta just dressage our way out. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Leave her there. Whoops. Head over here. And then up to here. And we can do it again. But let's see. Off to my right, I guess. This way. I'll go over to this one. Oh. While I'm at it. Bonk. Only a rock salt, but you know what? You never know. Never know. Yeah. One of the things that I am still low on is springs. So, I'll keep auto building. Even if I gotta keep on slapping stuff to the outside. Eh. Okay. That'll get me over to here at least. Oh, nice. I think that's a rare deposit. Yes. Yes, yes. Ugh, and it's just amber and flint. I hate that. Oh well. Still something. And... Okay. So now that I'm there, actually I should probably come over here, and then I can use one of these. And one of these. And kind of shortcut our way around the mountain. Yes, and this is the direction that I want to go specifically. I'll just use this in order to cut a path around the mountain and then over to Goron City, find that Goron spice that I need for the recipe. Kind of an extensive shopping trip. I think this goes right down to the city. Maybe. Yeah. That should do. Woohoo! Yeah. Oh yeah, and last time I hadn't actually bothered with, getting this particular shrine, so just as well, I guess. Come on, Gyro. Fine. I guess I need to get closer. If even the dusk bow won't hit it, then it is too far. I do remember which one this one is, though, because there's a particular part in here that is especially useful. It gets used as a scoop in this, but there's so many things that you can use it for. Especially some very interesting builds. There we go. Ah! Come across here, and I believe it's up here in this final section. No. But yeah, this piece right here. This is a funky little one. It is surprisingly lightweight for its size. The fact that it's a grid makes it so that things like fans and rockets, I think, are able to go through them. But you can use it to make things like a mounting platform and stuff like that by using it like so, or like so. So it gives you some very interesting options, and a lot of people like using it for making various sorts of vehicles with also. I'm not going to be bothering with any of that nonsense this time around. I don't really have a lot of practical builds for this kind of a run that make use of those parts. Just one more, and I'll actually be able to max out my stamina, looks like. Maybe. There. That's close enough. I think that's enough to actually get a weapon stash upgrade, which would be nice.
Oh.
Gimme.
Ah. Oh. Ah.
Aw.
Oh. Ah. Oh. Ah.
Wow. Just
Oh.
for fun. I don't need those.
Ah.
But I just want to completely buy out his stock.
Hmm. Huh.
These guys. Okay, we can get out of here now. Let's see. Easiest way to get back up there. Probably just be back the way that we came. Be up this way. Oh. I might as well cash this in. Just go ahead and go for the stamina vessel. I had been alternating, but now that I'm this close to maxing things out, may as well go that way. Yeah, one upgrade away. And I'm not going to bother with the Sage's Wills just yet. The thing that I would probably want to do is put it on Yunobo, just because he is handy for breaking rocks at least, and we don't have him yet. Okay. Take this one back up. Actually, yes. Yeah, that kind of works. Looks like it only spawned in up to here, though. Good enough. Hmm. And... do another one of these babies. And then throw another cart together. And it'll be all good. No. Eh. There. I'll just zoom back over in this direction. Yeah, I'm not sure what I need to make for the, oops. Jump out here now. I'm not sure what I need to make for the next stamina one off the top of my head. I know that it's the one that I needed the Goron spice for, though. Just need to go back and see once I get back to where I was at. Okay. Now, let me put this back over here. Just got off the phone. It's been a busy day, but I'm glad I've still been able to be here as much as I have been. Glad that you have been also. Always more fun when you're around. But, yeah, now that I finally got the Goron spice, then I should be able to... Because the one thing with Millie is that, like, now she is upgraded to level 4 speed, but she's only got 2 stamina. So, like, I'd like to be able to not have to worry about accidentally using up all of it. Okay. There. Yes, Millie is perfect, but her stats can use a boost. And that's what we'll be doing. This whole area sure gets a lot of lightning strikes. But yes. Over here. Over here's where we're going. Whoa! Poor thing. Just got spooked. Can't blame her. Having a lightning bolt go off right in front of your face would certainly do it. Yeah, just loop around here. Okay, and there goes the storm, thank goodness. There's that talus. Okay. Ah! Yeah, come on. Let's slide down. Slide down, there we go. I'm gonna need to find out what the recipe was that I needed again. But that'll be... Really, no. Come on. There. There. Should be simple enough. And now I've got enough cooking pots that I can actually just cook right here instead of running all the way back. Please, baby, and I would die for her. Well, fortunately, you don't need to. Let's see. Speed, need a vegetable omelet, veggie cream soup, and apple pie. Herb sauté, that's right. It was, I believe, just Goron spice and a Hyrule herb. And just in case I screw it up, because I don't want to have to go ingredient hunting again, I may as well save. Herb. Spice. Herb sauté, there we go. Stamina up. Yeah. So, next, honeyed apple and veggie porridge. Need 3 of each. Okay. I think I can do that. Those ones, because it's 3 of each, I will run back over. But I think I've got enough ingredients for all of those different meals. Okay, so... honeyed apple should probably just be coarser bee honey and an apple. I've gotta figure. Yeah. Whoops. Yeah. Okay. That was what I wanted. There, and... boom. And then veggie porridge, I believe, is it rice? I think. Okay. An herb, fresh milk, and Hylian rice. Darn it. Don't have any milk. That's a little obnoxious. Looks like... Hateno has it. And then... yeah. And then there's a traveling merchant. But then Beetle might have some. I don't know. We'll see. Gonna have to go run back over there. But then at least the 5th star of speed. How do I make the apple pie again? I might be able to make the pie. And then the other ones I should be okay with because it's just veggie... oh no, veggie cream soup, so I still need more milk. Man, I'm gonna need a bunch of milk. Hey, Beetle, what you got? Boo. Not what I need. Well, because of the fact that it's food for the horse god, I'm going to consider those meals as exempt from the usual spoilage issue. Obviously, I'm not going to eat them. But looks like way down in Hateno is kind of where we would need to get to. About you. Here's springs. Okay. Outline A room. So, from here, what'll probably make the most sense is I'll go ahead and ride Millie up the road to here, and then I can take a flying machine across to the mountain. And I figure that once I get there, it'll be a good spot to end things, because we've been going for a while now. Or, I suppose, I could always just take the... Yeah, I could just head up into the sky from, like, right here. I think that might make the most sense. So we can get to here. I'll leave Millie right here at the tower where she's nice and safe. And to the sky. Because that's sort of where we need to go anyway. More or less. Do 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 do. Boop, boop. And boop. Make ourselves one of these little fellas. And set it alight. Yeah, I gotta get over to here. So we'll see just how far this goes. I give Millie apples and head pats and no smooches while you're gone. Sounds like a plan. You take good care of her. She can just hang out at the tower for a while I use this goofy contraption to get as far over as I can. So yeah, we've already made it from over here this far. Get about a 2-minute runtime out of the balloons before they despawn. And then the wing itself gives us another 30 seconds. Nice. Made it pretty far. At a minimum, I'm within the distance that I would need to be in order to get pretty comfortably to the tower over this way. Come on. Let's turn the right way. This is the one tricky thing about using this as a method. Come on. Oh no. Oh no. This way. This way, thank you. No. This way, thank you. This way. This way. No, this way. Ah! There we go. And the darn thing to turn. It is easier to turn it at this point just by using this method. But yeah, Tulin should be able to take me the rest of the way. And then I'll be able to get up to the island over here. As you can see, we were able to make it all the way from over there, all the way over to here, in pretty good time. Not too bad at all. And then gliding with Tulin is pretty fast, so it won't take us too long in order to get the rest of the way over there. Especially with glider pumping, it's an excellent method for kind of exploiting the game's momentum system. Put our snow pants on. You can see now that we're a little bit closer to it just how rapidly we are moving here. Boom. And back up into the sky. And now we can head back over in this direction. Oh! Is there a dragon? Where's the dragon? Game seems to think that there's a dragon around here. I am not so sure. Okay. clouds. Thank you. It's probably above you. Chances are, I don't know. Yeah, this should help with springs. I go through so many of them. And plenty else besides. Whee! I do wish that I had a few more large charges, though. Guess it'll just be time to hit up the depths again. Let's see, how many have I got now? Plenty of steering sticks, holy moly. Decent number of batteries, though already depleted a bit. 25 springs. Yeah, I'll do a few more arm loads. Because I just use so many of them, and having to do the whole deal with, sticking something on the side of the spring is just a little obnoxious. So using genuine springs usually works out a little better. Okay. So I think that basically completes the cycle of part fetching that I was working on. And then we'll be able to get back to some main story stuff next time. One thing that I may end up doing is trying to get over to the Construct Forge Island up here, and then across to the Thunderhead Island early, just to get Minoru's mask, because it adds 45 seconds to the wing timer. And I do go through a lot of those. But in any case, for now, I'm gonna save, and then I believe our good friend, yes, Gobby Lynn is live, so I'm going to send y'all over her way. I hope that y'all had a bunch of fun. I know I definitely did, and we will have plenty to tackle next time. So thanks very much for dropping in, and I think you'll have some fun with Gobby. She is a dear friend of ours, and one heck of a streamer. Bye, y'all. Catch you next time.